Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Town of Mamaroneck Fire Department. My name's Chief Noah Goldberg, and today is our open house, open up to the community and the residents who'd like to stop by and see what goes on here on a daily basis. We have an opportunity for the residents to take a look at the apparatus, look at some of the equipment. We have some training going on in the back right now, and welcome the community to come and stop by.
My name is David Commender. I'm ex-chief, Town of Mamaroneck Fire Department. I'm with firefighter Jeff Nobby, Town of Mamaroneck Fire Department. We're at our annual open house for the community on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We have various activities for the community and kids, and among them is the smokehouse that we borrowed from the Harrison Fire Department, which helps educate young children on how to get out of a smoke-filled room in a safe and quick manner, and learn to stay low because smoke goes up like heat and fire. And they're in there and training it. It's in a very safe environment. It's non-toxic smoke, so it gives them familiarity with the situation and not a high stress situation. So hopefully if the need arises somewhere in the future where they get out of a smoke-filled room or a house or a bedroom, they'll have that in the back of their memory and they'll be able to do that without too much trouble. Jeff, you had a lot of kids come through?
Yeah, probably about 100, 150 kids.
Good.
And a group of about 20 inside right now that'll be coming out.
And they all made it out, right?
They all made it out safe and sound.
That's what we try to do every single time. Thank you.
Guys, how we doing?
Good.
Cool. All right. Purpose of this house, even though it's made for munchkins, is that to represent pretty much a house or an apartment. And what we try and do is we try and simulate what happens in the event of a fire. Now the smoke that we use is water-based smoke. There's none of the bad things that are in normal smoke in it, all right? And it's perfectly safe. But it is going to give you a sense of, hey, I can't see where I'm going when we fill the house up. So there's no reason to be scared. It's just to show, you know, what can happen, and you're not going to get the heat of a fire. So you don't really have to worry about getting hurt. Now the purpose of what we're doing here is twofold. One, to tell you how to get out. Come on, have a seat. And what would happen if you had a real fire. So let's say, for the sake of argument right now, well, first of all, you should always have at least two ways of getting out of any room that you're in. When you're home, you're in your apartment, you should think of, how am I going to get out if I had to? So we have one exit, which would be what? Go ahead, Molly.
A window.
A window. If you're on the third floor, obviously the windows may not be such a great idea, but normally we would use what?
A door.
A door. And in this case, we have a door, we have a window. Now, for the purpose of this exercise, we're not going to let you crawl out the window because there's no real reason for it. But if the door is, if there's a big fire in there, out there, and you can't get to the door, you may have to consider a window. The smoke that we use is water-based. There's no contaminants in it. It's healthy. It's okay to breathe. But the whole idea is to show you how bad your visibility can get. And also, this is a white smoke. You may find a different colored smoke if you actually had a fire in your house. So, if this smoke alarm goes off when you're in your home or your apartment, what's the first thing you want to do? Go ahead. Okay. Yeah.
Get out.
Get out. Do we stop and pick up the phone and call 911?
No.
Very good. Seems like everybody knows that. You get out, you go to a neighbor's house, or if you have a cell phone in your pocket, as soon as you're out front, then you call 911. You don't want to stop if there's a fire in your house and call 911. Do it from outside. And you should always have a rally point. You should get together with your parents and say, if there is something happens, where do we meet? In other words, you may go, well, we're going to go to the house over here. But your parents think you're going to go to the house over here. So you should get ahead with your parents and say, where do we meet? So that way they can make sure that everybody that was in the house is accounted for. Go ahead.
My dad's a firefighter here, so he told me that we had to make a spot where we can
All meet, right.
all meet. Like a tree with a telephone pole, like
Right.
a telephone pole thing.
we call it a rally point. But that's exactly it. The worst thing that could happen is that we show up to the scene of a fire and we have a parent saying, well, I have 2 of my children here. I don't know where the 3rd one is. He may be safe in the neighbor's house, and we have to go looking in the house for him, assume that that 3rd child is actually still in the house. So, again, so we've looked at this room. We've identified 2 ways out. The door. If the door is blocked, since we're on the 1st floor, we can always use the window. All right? So now if we go upstairs, we're going to assume that we're in somebody's bedroom, and we're going to do the same thing. All right? I want you to find at least 2 ways out. Go ahead. Everybody upstairs, please. Now watch your heads.
Jane!
Take a walk, though. All right. You don't want to go upstairs, Zoe? Okay. You can stay there. It's fine. Again, we're simulating we're in somebody's bedroom.
Just go like
And the same thing is, we have a fire,
a real
but we
one?
think the fire is in the kitchen,
Is it
which is down over here.
okay.
And that may be blocking our pathway, so how else could we get out of here?
The window.
Right. There is a window which goes to a porch. And because this one has a staircase, we can actually use that. We're not going to do it, but you can. If you had a fire escape out there, that's fine. But fire escape should be the absolute last resort. If at all possible, you want to come this way. Now I'm going to fill the place up with smoke. Again, it is safe. There's no danger. But I just want to let you know. When the smoke fills up, how are we going to get out? Go ahead.
Downstairs?
Right, but how we just stand up and walk out?
No. You crawl.
Crawl. Stay as low to the ground as possible because smoke rises. And when that smoke is all the bad stuff we don't want to breathe. So the lower you are to the ground, the better your chances of getting out. Yes?
You stop, drop, and roll.
Well, that's only if you're on fire.
Well, a good way to stay out of the smoke is it's on top of the room. You can crawl.
Exactly. Just get down as low as you can.
a little foggy.
It's going to get a little foggy in here. Now when we come to the stairs,
I want to get out.
how are you going to go down the stairs if you're crawling?
I want to get out.
Backwards. Okay? And don't get 3 guys in a row, please. That sort of jams things up.
get out.
All right? So let me start the
Can I
smoke
get
generator.
out?
And it'll take a minute or 2.
It's just a door. Okay, come here, guys. We're just gonna follow the instructions and we're gonna stay out. It's not real smoke, guys. No, it's coming out of the okay. Oh, you all know it's fake. So I don't.